Hey, and thank you for excusing the mess. So this is still in my old teenage bedroom in my parents' house in England, and this is the last PC that I built before leaving the UK. So this was built early married life, around 2000, 2001 from the house I know I was in. And the history behind this build was basically a mate had upgraded his PC, I think, to a Pentium 3. He sold me his old motherboard, and I'm pretty sure, I think it's a slot 1 Celeron is what's in it. So a Pentium 3 era Celeron, which was at the time the equivalent of a P2, I believe. Can't remember the speed. But I needed a case to fit it in because it didn't fit in my old case. So I just went down Camden Road, Tunbridge Wells, to one of the local computer shops that was there at the time and just said, look, this is the motherboard I got. I just need the cheapest case you've got. And why is it still here? Well, because when I moved to Australia at the beginning of the end of 2002, I basically lent this machine to my parents so that they could Skype me. And to make it secure, because it was originally a Windows 98 build, I put on Windows 2000 over the top, gave them a non-admin login and had an admin login for myself, which became a rock for my back later when I was trying to support them over the phone. But anyway, it seemed like a good idea at the time so they didn't inadvertently install viruses and stuff. What's inside it? Good question. We've got 2 floppy drives. How hardcore is that? Let me just refocus. The lighting in this room's a bit funny, as you can see. 2 floppy drives, A and B. And then you've got a normal CD-ROM, because this was the era when some CD-ROMs were just CD-ROMs. And then you've got a CD writer. So the bottom one is actually the D drive. Excuse me. Is read only. You can't write on that drive. And then the top one was a, look at that, a 161040. Light on IT CD writer. Still no DVD in this machine. What's in it? I'm doing the relighting, by the way. What's in it? Well, one of the things I suspect is in it is my original modem, because look at this. This brings back some memories. So this is actually from my first PC build, Phone Tools. So I think this is from my first modem, where you had like an answer machine and fax and all of that kind of funky stuff on there. And another thing that's definitely in it is a network card. And again, interestingly, I can't find disc 1, but I've got disc 2 of Turbo 16.4 token ring PC card. Let's have a look around the back of this machine. Unfortunately, what I have found up here, by the way, is a disc for Windows XP. So I can't remember if over the years my dad tried to reinstall XP over the top. As far as I'm aware, this machine is currently non-functional. Let's have a look around the back and let's see if we can figure out what's going on. There's a party around the back. And so what we've got here, let's just lock that, is, oh dear, we have a graphics card. Of course, notice there's no graphics port on board. It's got onboard LAN, so it's got a LAN. Oh no, it doesn't though. There's nothing there. Yeah, there's nothing there. So there's a hole for it, but there's nothing there on this motherboard. You got your COM ports. Obviously, you got your parallel port. You've actually got USB on this machine, and you've got your PS2 connectors there. You got a graphics card. Now, I'd love to say this is my Banshee, but I'm pretty sure the Banshee stayed in the machine I had prior to this, which was called Judgment. I used to name my machines when you name them in Windows 98. That one was called Judgment. This one was called Roth. I'm pretty sure this is a TNT2. That's what I think that is. Here's that token ring card. So token ring, but also Ethernet. We've got a 3-port Firewire card, because I used to do video editing and stuff. So 3-port Firewire card. Here's that modem, that voice data fax modem. But then there's another phone one here. Don't know why I've got 2 modems. That's my dad's handwriting. as is this and this. I'm suspecting maybe this modem died and Dad put another modem in it. No, that says Netgear. That says Netgear. That's another LAN card. So I've got 2 LAN cards. Ah, okay. Nope, can't figure out why I've got 2 LAN cards. That's a LAN card. That says Netgear. And that is the modem. So that might not be my original modem, anyway. And then you got the sound card and game port or MIDI port there, which will just be a generic SB16. Let's have a look inside, shall we? What is going on in here? What is going on? Okay. And to be honest, my main curiosity is, what is that graphics card? What's the motherboard make? Can't see it. If you spot it, or if you recognize it, put it in the chat. Like I said, I bought this secondhand. What is the chip? What is that CPU? Got a feeling it's a Celeron. We might not be able to tell. That just says cool, so I can't read anything on there. Hang on. Probably says up the side there, doesn't it? I think that's a celery. I'm pretty sure that's a celery. I'm going to throw you up there, see if I can see on there. I can't read that. Maybe you can. But I think that's a celery. Of course, being able to boot it up would help, because then I'd be able to see. But I really want to see that. That is not a Banshee card. I can tell you that right now. I'm going to pull that card out and just see what that is. And that's all we'll look at before we see if this thing boots up. If only you could see the number of snotty tissues on the stand you're on now. Right, let's have a look at this. What that is covered in dust. That is a nondescript, so that is an Inino 3D. I don't remember, unless my dad's replaced the graphics card as well. MX128 revision 2.1. Well, this is going to be an investigation for another day, but there's the card. And that's early AGP, isn't it? That's early AGP, I think. Eno 3D, MX400. No, that does ring a bell. MX400, 64 meg AGP. There we go, told you it's AGP. MX400, 64 meg. So I'm pretty sure it's an NVIDIA chipset. See, what I was doing at this point in time when I built this is I was buying stuff from a company called Novatech over here in the UK, which still exists. I'll put a link in the description to their website, no affiliation, but they were fantastic. They were mail order only, and they were no questions asked. So that's where I got my first Banshee card from, and it's where I would have got this from as well. Novatech. Fantastic. Right, so all I want to do next is let's just plug it into power and see if we get any power to it, see if we get any beeps. Okay, it's plugged into the mains power. I don't know if this is brave or stupid, but first of all, let's turn on the PSU at the back. No popping or smoking, no fanfare, nothing to speak of. And when I say nothing to speak of, I mean nothing at all. I mean absolutely nothing. I do remember my dad saying he had replaced the PSU at one point and then it had died again. Yeah. Sadly, he's no longer around to ask. But yeah. So, look, that's the state of this PC. It will be brought back to life at some point. It's just a question of how, because I really want to get back into it and see what's on it. But sadly, you're not going to see any updates on this for quite a while, because this will have to stay here. I haven't got the weight allowance to take this back. I think just this PC is is my weight allowance. So it will remain here for another trip. But there we go. All right, well, to be continued.